I just saw Strange Darling about a woman who is being chased by a man trying to unalive her, and she must fight for her survival. This movie immediately sucks you in from the very beginning and doesn't let up for a good 20 minutes. Without giving too much away, we're introduced to a man and a woman who just met who plan on hooking up, and things take a turn for the worst. I really like how the story is set up. It's told in chapters that are not in chronological order, and because it's not in chronological order, it feels like you're on a roller coaster. One minute you're in the middle of this high speed chase and you're watching the victim trying to hide, and then it switches to when they first met or when they're in a hotel room, and the vitality comes to a halt. And unfortunately, in my opinion, I didn't like most of the hotel scenes. The energy dissipated, and I also didn't like the lead female character's personality. The movie is cloaked in a lot of feminist talking points about women being in danger, but that's not why I disliked her. It's the way she speaks and her mannerisms. Her mannerisms were unique to her, and it did feel like bad acting or trying too hard to seem a certain way, or she had a mental illness. But despite that, the movie still works and it's exhilarating. It was just a very exciting experience, and the audience was really into it as well. So many twists and turns that come at you. The arc and the story isn't anything new, but the execution made it feel fresh, especially that third act. My eyes were glued, and there was even one character that was saying exactly what we were all thinking. It's worth watching in theaters. One thing that really bugged me was that there were two scenes where no one checked if the other person had weapons on them. No pat downs, no nothing. As someone who's in the middle of a chaotic situation, shouldn't that be the first thing that you do when dealing with someone violent? But of course, a mishap has to happen to move everything forward. Overall, I give this a 7 out of 10, and I do recommend. I want to talk briefly about spoilers. I really dug the whole female predator plot line. Female predators aren't really talked about, and they are kind of swept under the rug. The woman who is the real threat takes advantage of society, giving women the benefit of the doubt. Women experience more sexism, but there's also certain privileges based on gender. This did a nice job of showing a balance between respecting women and understanding their concerns, but also spreading awareness of how dangerous they can actually be.